Hello and welcome to the 13th and final episode of our HTML for Beginners series here on Prime Code Media. My name is Sana Mapena. In this video, I'll be discussing HTML best practices. As a web developer, it's important that when you create websites, you create them with users in mind. You want to create a great user experience for your web page visitors by ensuring that, for example, your web page is easy to navigate and to understand what it's all about. You also need to ensure that the other developers do not struggle to read or understand your code when reading it or trying to make some improvements to it. You can achieve all this by making sure that you adhere to these 10 HTML best practices. Number one, the document type is the first thing you need to declare in your document. This is your first line of code. It will help browsers to read and render your document properly. Number two, include the title and description meta tags. The title and description meta tags, which exist inside the header section of a document, tell users what the website is all about and are also important for search engine optimization, also known as SEO. Number three, when adding images to your website, make sure that you don't forget to add the old image attribute. This is important because it provides a text alternative for search engines and also helps with screen reader narration for visually impaired users. It's also good practice to specify the width and the height of your images. Number four, HTML headings. HTML headings pass important information about the structure of a web page and purpose of its content to search engines. This makes HTML headings important for ensuring that a website is SEO optimized. Please make sure though that you use them properly. While more than one H1 heading element can be used, it is considered good practice to only use one H1 heading element, as this is helpful for screen reader users. Number five, close all tags in your code. While in HTML5, closing tags is optional, according to the World Wide Web Consortium or W3C standards, it's best practice to make sure that HTML tags are closed. Number six, write your code in lowercase. Your web page will be read and rendered correctly if your code is capitalized, but writing code in lowercase is still considered best practice as it makes your code readable and cleaner. Number seven, use semantic HTML elements. Semantic elements are more about the meaning of an element than how it looks and are readable in the same way to both users and browsers. For example, use the emphasis or the EM tag instead of the I tag to italicize text in your code. Number eight, should you want to add some styling to your website, please avoid using inline styling. Rather, create a separate CSS file. This will ensure that your code does not look cluttered. Number nine, use comments to explain or describe your code. But please avoid excessive use of HTML comments as HTML code is mostly self-explanatory. Number 10, validate your code. This is to see if your code follows correct formatting standards. For this purpose, I would recommend that you use the W3 validation services. And that brings us to the end of our HTML for Beginners series here on Prime Code Media. This was my first series, and I must say, creating it was a great experience. Be on the lookout for my next CSS for Beginners series. Please hit subscribe and the bell icon to get notifications when new videos come out. Thank you so much for watching. Let's code again next time. Goodbye.